Have you ever heard the phrase, a virtuous woman, and wondered what that truly means? For many women, Proverbs 31 has become known as the chapter about the woman who does everything, the woman who manages the home, the woman who works hard, the woman who cares for her family, the woman who seems to accomplish it all. And while those things are part of her story, there is something much deeper we often miss. The woman described in Proverbs begins with a powerful question. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. Proverbs 31:10, KJV. Before Scripture tells us what she does, it tells us her worth. She is precious. She is valuable. She is rare. The virtuous woman was not measured by popularity, wealth, or the opinions of others. Her value came from the character she carried. The word translated as virtuous speaks of strength, ability, excellence, and capability. This was not a woman without influence. She was trusted. She was respected. She was a woman whose actions showed wisdom. And this is important because sometimes women are taught to measure themselves by what they accomplish or how others see them. But Proverbs 31 begins by reminding us that true worth starts within. Before she was known for what she did, she was known for who she was. Proverbs 31 says, "She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands." Proverbs 31:13, KJV. The virtuous woman was not idle. She was intentional. She used the skills and resources placed in her hands. She created. She planned. She worked. She understood that her efforts had purpose. What I love about this passage is that it shows us a woman who was active in her life. She was not waiting for someone else to define her purpose. She recognized that wisdom, creativity, and diligence were gifts. And this is something women today can learn from. Purpose is not always found in the loudest moments of life. Sometimes purpose is found in the quiet things. The way you care for your family, the way you prepare your home, the way you encourage others, the way you continue learning and growing. The virtuous woman reminds us that faithfulness in everyday things matters. Proverbs 31:26 says, "She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness." One of the most beautiful qualities of this woman is her speech. She does not simply speak because she has something to say. She speaks with wisdom. She understands that words carry power. A woman of virtue knows that her words can build or tear down. They can bring peace or create conflict. They can encourage or discourage. Her strength is not found in being harsh. Her strength is found in having the wisdom to know when to speak and how to speak. This is a lesson that reaches far beyond ancient times. Every woman has moments where she must choose between reacting and responding, between emotion and wisdom, between pride and humility. The virtuous woman shows us the beauty of a woman who allows wisdom to guide her. When we talk about the virtuous woman, we also have to understand the beauty she carried. Scripture does not present her value as being based on outward appearance. The world often tells women that their worth comes from being noticed, from receiving attention, from proving themselves. But Scripture points us towards something greater. Proverbs 31:25 says, "Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come." What a powerful picture. Her clothing is described as strength and honor. This does not mean appearance has no place. Throughout Scripture, clothing can represent dignity, identity, and purpose. But the virtuous woman understands that what is inside her matters most. Modesty is not about shame. It is about honor. It is about understanding that your body, your presence, and your character have value. A woman who knows her worth does not need to constantly seek validation from the world. She carries herself with dignity because she understands who she belongs to. Her beauty is not only seen in what she wears, it is seen in how she lives. At the end of Proverbs 31, we find the foundation of everything. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Proverbs 31:30, KJV. The greatest quality of the virtuous woman is not her productivity. It is not her appearance. It is not even all the things she accomplishes. It is her relationship with the Most High. Everything else flows from that. Her wisdom, her kindness, her strength, her patience, her discipline. A virtuous woman is not a woman who never struggles. She is a woman who continues to seek righteousness through those struggles. She continues learning. She continues growing. She continues walking. The Proverbs 31 woman is not a picture of a perfect woman. She is a picture of a woman who walks with purpose, a woman who uses her gifts, a woman who chooses wisdom, a woman who carries herself with dignity. And this is the invitation Scripture gives to us today, to become women who are rooted in faith, women who seek wisdom, women who walk in virtue. Thank you for joining us on the Virtuous Walk. May we continue to seek understanding, grow in wisdom, and walk in the ways of righteousness.